according to DSM, achieving food and nutrition security globally is possible. CNBC Africa's Bronwyn Nielsen spoke to Fiki Bema, CEO of Dutch-based nutrition supplement manufacturer DSM, about food security challenges in East and West Africa.
Call it food and nutrition security. It's not only about carbohydrates or getting enough calories, it's also getting the right nutritious food. There's 1 billion people in the world who are suffering from hunger every day, but there's another 2 billion people who suffer from kind of hidden hunger and do not get the right micronutrients, although they get the right calories. And also that we need to address.
Is the key to nutrition to utilize biotechnology, especially in emerging markets like the African continent?
Now, there are several solutions. We can enrich food with the right micronutrients, but we can optimize our agricultural streams quite a bit. We are underexploiting the potential of agriculture. There's so much waste still in the system. Even from the harvesting, we leave on the field all kind of enriched products with proteins and other kind of fractions we can still use. So technology, innovation can play an important role, but also policies. So sometimes policies in countries are standing in the way of a good development.
It sounds as though you are referring to the African continent and policies standing in the way. Is that the reality? We won't be able to achieve food security in Africa unless policy changes?
It is not only a domain, food security and nutrition security, of governments, although governments have a responsibility. Per definition, if your own people in your own country are suffering and do not get access to the right food, you have a responsibility as a government. And you cannot only say, yes, it is difficult. However, the problems of this world are not owned by governments. Companies have much more power, much more impact, and so they need to take up the responsibility to address those problems as well.
What are the other issues that we need to unlock on the continent for Africa to deliver on the food security equation?
Well, Africa is suffering from several problems. If I take one of the worst areas in Africa in this respect, the Horn of Africa. The Horn of Africa is very difficult to grow your food over there, because it's suffering from climate change. Climate change, which the Horn of Africa did not induce itself. It's coming from the West, and they suffer from that. That's very ironical. So one thing what the West needs to do to help Africa is to reduce climate change impact. That is one important thing. Another area...
Is DSM involved in Africa?
Yes, we are involved in Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, with our strong bases out of South Africa. And Africa is just announced being a more prominent area for DSM to invest in. And it provides an awful lot of opportunities. Because Africa always was the forgotten continent, but it won't be in the future.